This is the Goalie Kid. It's a fictional hockey podcast about an 18-year-old goalie trying to find his way in life. Along the way, him and his friends learn about business, life, and what they want out of life. Chapter 8. The next week would go swimmingly for Benny. Most of the week was a standard work week. But once he got home that Wednesday, he would check the downloads for the episode. As soon as he got back to his house, he turned on the computer and checked the numbers. He was shocked to find that the episode itself got 15,000 downloads. This was huge for him. Once he saw the numbers, he immediately called Jenny. "Did you see the podcast numbers?" asked Benny. "What podcast numbers?" asked Jenny. "We reached 15,000 downloads for our episode." "Are you serious?" "I'm not joking. We did indeed reach 15,000 downloads." "I'm so proud of you." "Thanks, babe." The next day was Friday. Benny and Jenny had an easy morning. The both of them had brought lunch from home and would eat just outside the store. "Jenny, I was thinking." "Thinking about what?" "I was curious whether or not you would join me on my podcast again. We make a great duo." "Do you mind if we move the show date to Saturday morning?" "I don't mind. Maybe if this becomes big enough, we can rent some time in a studio and make this podcast seem a little more professional." The two of them then finished their lunches and went back to work. That Saturday, the two of them came up with new ideas for the show. "Hey," said Jenny, "I was thinking, can we change the intro now that I'm a part of it?" "Well, okay, but what did you have in mind?" "I was thinking about adding some skate sound effects as well as a buzzer in our intro." "That's a great idea, but I don't know anything about making intros." "We can hire a freelancer to make the intro." "Okay, if you can find someone that can do that, I'll pay them." "You don't have to worry about the cost. One project is really cheap these days." "Thanks. Now let's focus on the next show." The next Wednesday at Jenny's house, they would record another episode of the podcast. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday at 7 p.m. And welcome to the Goaltenders Podcast. I am your host, Benny Jensen. With me, as always, is Jenny Johnson. Jenny, how's it going? "It's going great." "That's good. Well, everyone, today we are going to talk about amateur hockey. Not minor league hockey, but amateur hockey. So, as some of you know, I started off in Pee Wee as a goalie. I only made it to minor league hockey. Most people don't make it to professional hockey, let alone minor league hockey. Amateur hockey has changed my life. It has allowed me to make new friends and improve my life. You don't have to do this competitively, but if you do play hockey, always go out on the ice and do your best. Jenny, what are your thoughts?" "Absolutely, Benny. This applies to everything, not just hockey. If you want a sport that gives you discipline, then hockey is your sport." It is indeed. After 10 more minutes of going back and forth with each other, they finished the show. Before we go, we are building a website that should be up in the coming weeks. We'll have t-shirts and coffee mugs as we are working with some people who do merchandise And that's about all I have to say. Jenny, anything to add?
Nope.
Okay, everyone, stay safe, stay great, and we'll talk to you all in the next episode. After the show, they discussed what they were going to do about the revenues that would come in.
Okay, so we'll split the revenues 50-50?
Yes. Now, I do want to get the message out and see how many people we can get. How's the email list going?
It's going well. I have a few of our classmates on the list, as well as my cousins.
How many people are on the list?
About 24.
Well, it's a start. The next week was very busy for Benny. He decided to look at colleges one more time. While looking at colleges, he got several emails with income statements. They totaled just over $1,000. After he added up the total costs, he texted Jenny about the results of the show. She was impressed. Jenny texted back saying that she couldn't wait to do the next show. Perhaps we should bring Johnny on, texted Benny.
We should,
texted Jenny. Benny then called up Johnny to see if he was up for it.
Yeah, man, I'm up for it. Just let me know the date and time.
The two of them would agree on next Friday at 9 p.m. Johnny was excited to be on his first podcast, and was even more excited about his voice just being on the internet. Hey, this is Adam. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of The Goalie Kid. Please be sure to share this with a friend. Also, please be sure to rate this 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, please write a little review. Let me know what you think. And with that being said, stay safe, stay great, and I'll have the next episode out within the next 2 weeks. Thank you.